I hate cycle helmets. I think they're the worst in prophylactic risk aversion and that kind of malarkey. But we won't get into that. The law here, and that's why I'm wearing one. And they're very apt because this brief video today is going to be about traffic in New Zealand. So hello, Mark the demystifier here. And I'm out in public, so we might get some background and we can get some traffic noise, which is all very ambient and apt. And we might get some people walking past and some funny looks and things like that. It's really sunny and my sunglasses broke today, so excuse me shielding my eyes. This is an impromptu video in the true spirit of ADHD, spontaneous and impulsive and in the moment, but it's one I've been thinking about for a little while. And it's actually a serious one, in that there seems to be an awful lot of really serious road accidents here. And they're in the headlines all the time, often, you know, fatal, multiple fatalities. And as an outsider looking in, so I'm a Brit, living in Aotearoa, which is the correct and proper name for New Zealand. You get to kind of observe the, things that are better, the things that are worse, the differences, all that kind of stuff. So I think there are two things that I've noticed that I think contribute to road accidents. One is something that the individual can do something about. The other is something that the state can do something about, and I think is doing something about. And that's the first one, is there are very few roundabouts. So you get lots of quite busy roads, quite high speed limits, not massively high speed limits, but reasonably high speed limits, a huge volume of traffic, and then you just get good old fashioned junctions. So people just have to pull out into the traffic, or crossroads where you have to, cross both lanes. So more roundabouts, I think, would be, a big solution to the problem. But the other thing is tailgating. So the reason I'm making this video really is I think it might be helpful, really. Not that I have all the answers or I kind of know it all or anything like that, but just something that's immediately noticeable is that Kiwi drivers will get really close behind you. More so than British drivers. British drivers would kind of take offence, really, if anyone was driving that close behind them. But Kiwi drivers, it just seems to be the norm. And it's kind of weird because there's no traffic on the roads here. If you're out of the cities, anyway, there's no traffic. It doesn't take very long to get to places. But they're the most impatient drivers I've ever met. They're the nicest people. And Kiwis will kind of, lend you their car, their house, their wife. They'll do anything for you. And very laid back, but you get them in a car and somebody slows down a little bit, they go crazy. The thing that makes me laugh as well is I live in a it's called a city, but it's not really a city. There's very little traffic, and sometimes I get in the car with people and they're really kind of mindful about which way they're going to go to avoid the traffic. They think, there might be a slight bit of a hold up on such and such a street. I better go round left here and round Bob's uncle's. And the worst, the worst is the shortest of waits. There's hardly any traffic on the road. They don't know they're born traffic-wise here. But on a serious note, so this is the parting message I would like to leave you with here. And if there are Kiwi drivers watching this is basically just stopping distances. Just keep way back. If every Kiwi driver just observed good stopping distances, I think half the problem would be solved. So on that more serious note, with me wearing a silly hat, that's all kind of this cycle helmet looks a bit weird because I've Heath Robinson style stuck a head torch on it, and the straps of the head torch go underneath the helmet, so it lifts it slightly higher off my head. Also, it's a little bit small because I've got a huge head. So safe driving, and Kiwi drivers, keep your distance. Rangimarie.